So we got Madden here, and I was playing a game earlier, trying to get situated. Not situated, but it had a little vendetta, if you will. And I got on mute right now because I'm trying to focus in on what I was doing, what I'm doing in the beginning. So I'm going to delete this game. I was playing the Browns, and I just had a little vendetta or whatnot. So I'm gonna just say that. So we're gonna go, man. This time we're gonna be the legends. No. We're gonna be the Niners. We're gonna be the Niners, and this will help if I just. Alright, that was all I was trying to get it. Okay, so let's see here. Focus in on this here. Pittsburgh Steelers and stuff like that. So let's play the Pittsburgh Steelers. Might as well, right? And then there's competitive 6 minutes we're going to play. And we're going to play the exhibition over there in 20 seconds. And we'll give them a second, okay?
Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the San Francisco 49ers. With that, let's get you out to Silicon Valley, Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, as we welcome in our broadcast team, Randy Godden and Charles Davis.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd had loved their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Randy Garden alongside Charles Davis. Before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I can give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gets your defensive break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
And we get suggestions.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by their quarterback standing at 6'2" from Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
That one's at Eastern Illinois. He broke Tony Romo's school records for career passing yards and touchdowns before initially joining the league as the backup to Tom Brady as a second-round pick.
The veteran Morgan Burnett there on the coverage. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Garoppolo to try to get on 7 down. Airing it deep for Garcon. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
A little bit of delay on the inertia.
And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
And talking about Cameron Hayward, I think it's a mistake if people just describe him as a base defensive end. Because, yes, he does hold up well against the running game and holds the point of attack. But I think he also has very good pass rush moves as he makes his way towards the quarterback.
All right, here we go.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on the
Let's
opening
forget a
drive.
sour move.
Looking from the gun, Garoppolo. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he'll be out right at the 35. Garoppolo and Goodwin there for the 49er first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
To the right side, caught by Saleh. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That's one good thing, and a couple that brings up 3rd down.
And Barton, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing his Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he finds his time on Saleh. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 1st down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Oh, what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down to the 2-yard line. First carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll give him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to pump the back. They've done so with that first run.
A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he'll give it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Roethlisberger to his big target, James. All 6-7 of them for a Steeler first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They'll throw on first down to Roethlisberger. And he connects with McDonald. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. That's a nice 2nd down play.
On the crossing route, complete. It's McDonald. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where he, the big tight end, is so good at that middle curve, the seam routes, the routes. Well, you're right. to see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I just got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On second down, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half.
Come on,
And he'll
man.
be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. So we've reached the end of a fairly even first quarter of play. 0-0 our score. We're back to Santa Clara after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're like you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. This is incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And now it's second down. A little too much oomph. Too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
Now, I would agree with that, but if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
To throw is Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. Past the 20. This one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Did that. Second quarter.
Short throw, pick 6
5
right
minutes
there.
on
Those
the line.
linebackers. They love when those short throws come. Those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to the best player.
Picked off by Michael. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. He had 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing the second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake.
You might be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. On third down, Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete.
Got up and man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, Carmen?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So on fourth down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Well, the offense, they got the ball at a great spot, but they went nowhere, forced them to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere and made them kick a field goal. It almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Set to return, here's Raheem Mostert. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things up. And instead of going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks and no touchdown passes yet either. A gain of 6 there on first.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do? You got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now it's Breida. Down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there. That moves the sticks.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, Garoppolo. And Selleck here to left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I think that should have been chalked up as a winning play for the defense, and they somehow beat it, didn't they? Right-handed quarterback flush to his left, yet he finds his tight end on the left side of the field. That's a tough throw. What a great completion.
And this is Selleck here in the ground. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That's one good for only a couple. It brings up third down. The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews, so I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Garoppolo now. After taking it a little further down inside the 40. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough
Field
to get to the
goal. I
first
can't
down
do the
marker,
field goal.
despite what was a really nice
field
catch
goal.
and toe tap on the sideline.
That's 3rd down, 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They roll for it, and the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down in the backfield. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Let's start the drive with a carry on the down. And he's going to build his way forward to the 48. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's get credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
No runner man, how to go. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
He gets it to Brown. Good play. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. And connection number 1 there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call him.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful Boney Tony Brown, right?
I'd say you're probably right. It may be all of that. I'll still call it Boney Tony, but Ben Roethlisberger calls it my #1 target.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Great solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman. Able to get a hand in.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down? The offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Open receiver complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. From the red zone now, they look to tackle. And is not able to get around and sacked back at the 22. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Roethlisberger throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I think put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open the right side of Smith. Complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. In for the score. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
The coach talked about those late in the half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes our score 17-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. And I never played quarterback, but I'm thinking as a quarterback, you're a little bit into the game now, second quarter, you're losing, you're not playing well, probably feels like a lot of weight on your shoulders.
Certainly does, but it's something the quarterbacks have to be used to because they're always carrying around that weight. So how do they adjust the weight? How do they make it work for them? How do they work against it? That's what we're going to find out going forward.
Yeah, they'll be trying to get all that weight off his shoulders here on this drive. Garoppolo lets it throw. They rifle it, and that's caught inside the 30. That's the track into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, as the first half is winding down, and the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played. Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. He'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect to see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
Time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had going, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
The beauty of being able to play its own defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Number 1 now, and we'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the ball. And he will lose yards back to the 44-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes with a running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's Jordan Berry now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because that's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well. Yeah, those two.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Garrett McGinnis. Gets it up past the 10 with a nice move. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases on being able to exploit.
To Flowers, and he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. First time they looked his way in this game, he comes through picking up the first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed passing it. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You have to think on early downs like that first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Looking to throw. Pass incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Good one, able to haul it in. An excellent pickup at 34 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Carrying it deep for Garcon. That's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Pierre Garcon, 48 yards. And the 49ers are back within a score.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get into the end zone?
Now goal for the extra point. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football. Is this game's starting to tighten up?
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of air out of the ball, right? Maybe get some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to the receiver quicker.
Official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing, but with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
But don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another bloomer. And he didn't quite have the bag spin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you started the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Garrett Selleck, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd and 4. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. He's got the first down, past the 30. And he'll take it to the 44-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get the first down.
They all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Garoppolo now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Garoppolo on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted on time. It's picked by the linebacker, TJ.
Well, I tell you, You can't fault the pass protection here. He had all day to throw, and he just couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. And quarterbacks will tell you that after a while, they start getting antsy back there. So this is just a great job defensively to stay with these receivers as long as they did.
Now a first down carry to the ball. And he's going to blow his way forward to the 48. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they got a good chance to win this game.
And nowhere really to go there. They'll take this up just shy of midfield. Calling a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually take one of these runs. But the bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
Now a 3rd down throw, and misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, you felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Garoppolo trying again on 2nd down. Far left side, Conrad Greenwood. And they'll bring him down here up about the 22-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
There's Garoppolo to throw. His man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is when you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches have told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
A dump down to McKinnon. Nice move at the 40. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there and remove the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when you're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Garoppolo. They'll find Green here on the right side. 23 yards on the play. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, throw up the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them grab the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Garoppolo again. That's complete. Touchdown, San Francisco. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Graham. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote onto your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
We'll solve the pepper goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments. I can't believe I just brought that up. Because Frank Reich, at Maryland in college, did it to my Tennessee Volunteers. And that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like he still harbors some pain from that game.
You know, we still got more time to work it out.
So that drives 7 plays in length. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And right now these guys shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, he knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So the Steelers win the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Back to throw. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He'll look to throw. Can't get that off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. He's back to throw. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill, trying to get your guys down the field.
That'll be that.
Just short.
That'll be that.
Not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
San Francisco gets set to go here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurable. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. As they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the
First
game.
and 3 timeouts.
All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run him now. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. As they get with under a minute to go now in the football game.
The running game.
So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. The Niners on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now Garoppolo. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice that one more stop.
Feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice.
Over. That's about it.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it